Hi everybody, I'm glad you could come out tonight. My name's Michael Festa. I'm a pastor. I carry a gun, legally, and I drive a pickup truck. And we called this rally tonight because we've realized that all of our elected leaders have failed us. They are out of touch with who we are, they're out of touch with what we need, and they are out of touch with how to solve the problems. The City of Waterbury, the state of Connecticut, the United States of America, every town, every city, and every state within our borders has catastrophic problems of proportionate degrees. We are spending money that we don't have. We are robbing from our children's education. We are raising taxes on people that are losing their houses, they're losing their jobs, and they are losing their cars. The elected officials don't understand that while they are making a lot of money in government, the people that support them are losing their houses. They're losing their funding. You know, for years, I've had improvements that I've planned in my house. Wanted to remodel my kitchen, buy a refrigerator. I've put all that off because the economy is bad right now. In Waterbury alone, they want to raise our taxes by practically 2 mills. And they tell us that it's only $400 a year. But the $400 a year on our taxes, and $100 a year on our water bill, and the only $20 a month on the electric bill, and the other fees and increases that they give us is adding up to 10% more a year. And we don't have any money. We don't have any more money. Our budgets at home are broke. People are spending twice as much on milk, twice as much on eggs. They're spending more money on gas, more money on repairs. And you might say, but Michael, I don't own a house. I don't own a car. It doesn't matter. If you buy groceries in the state of Connecticut, if you buy commodities at the supermarket or at the grocery store or at Walmart, you're paying the increased taxes. We need to make changes. And there's people here tonight that want to talk to you about changes. What are the problems? The problem is they're not raising taxes because we're not paying enough, but rather they're raising taxes because they're spending too much money. They throw money at problems thinking that they're going to solve it. And there's things in this life that you can't buy your way out of. You can't throw money at every problem that you have thinking that you're going to correct it. You cannot throw money at people and try to make a social and economic class out of citizens. You have to help people help themselves. But the first thing you have to do is give them an opportunity. You have to give people an opportunity to better themselves. You have to give them an opportunity to make a change. You have to believe in them and believe in the country. You know, there's people out there that I have a problem with. I have a problem with people that tell me that the Americans are nothing more than spoiled, rotten people that want to buy their big screen TVs. They want to buy their SUVs. They want to buy their couches and their houses. Well, you know what? America is a country of citizens that work hard for what we have. We want a big screen television because we work hard for a big screen television. And I'm sorry, I have a problem when I have to cut my household budget so the government can continue to prosper and the government can continue to become so far-reaching that it infringes on the basic founding principles that our fathers have founded. When the founding fathers broke away from England, they said we were paying too much in taxes. They said that the country of England was too far overreaching, that they were telling them how to worship. They were telling them how to make money. They were telling them how much money they were going to spend. And they separated. But now we're returning to that type of government. So if you agree that we're paying too much in taxes, if you agree that the Constitution that protects our rights is being infringed on, you have to join us to make a difference. If you believe that our elected officials failed Math 101, you've got to join us. You've got to understand, we're not going to agree on every issue, but what we can agree on is that we need a change. What we can agree on is that we don't need to spend more taxes. We don't need an attorney general that's going to sue businesses and make Connecticut one of the most unfriendly business climates in the country. We don't need mayors and town council people and aldermen that are out of touch with us, that spend so much money, that spent $138 million to educate 18,000 kids that cannot pass these state exams to see where they are. Something is wrong. Something is dead wrong. I want to give other people an opportunity to speak because I can sit here and complain all night. But there's people here tonight that want to tell you what is going on. They want to tell you what their ideas are. And I ask that you support these people and you listen to them. Who wants to speak first? Folks, you know, I laugh at all these people that run this city. And I'm going to tell you why. Their mentality here is the same mentality in every municipality, in every state, and right down in Washington. They tell you that you have to spend your money on taxes so that they can do capital improvements, so the people that do the capital improvement projects can create jobs and in turn buy things with that money from the jobs and raise more tax revenue. I say that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I had a conversation with a Democratic legislature from West Hartford, and I don't remember his name, but I said to him, explain to me why you won't cut spending. And he says, we can't cut spending, because when we cut spending, we cut services, and when we cut services, we cost jobs, and when we cost jobs, we lose tax revenue the following year. I said, then that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Trust the people of the state of Connecticut with their tax money. I'm an educated man. I'm 41 years old. I have 3 businesses, and I raised my daughter as a single man. Did I make mistakes? Absolutely. I probably would have $3 million in the bank if I learned when I was 20 what I know now. But trust me with my money. Trust me to make the decisions for my daughter's education. I sent my daughter to private school up until this June. I educated my daughter for less than $5,000 a year. 6 if you want to count uniforms. My daughter's a smart girl. She's got good moral standards. She's got a good idea on theology. And she's not down on South Main Street smoking crack at 15 years of age. But here in the city, and I'm going to talk about Waterbury for a second, $138 million, Paul, for 18,000 kids, is that right? 155 for 18,000 kids that can't even pass a standard mastery test. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. There's a lot of things wrong, Danny says. You're not going to solve all the problems tonight. I know you want answers. I know everybody says the same thing. Well, we're all saying the same thing, but nobody's got solutions. I've got solutions. The problem isn't with the taxes. The problem isn't with the spending. The problem is with the people that you are putting in office time and time again. Back in Watertown, they voted a 7% tax increase because the sky was going to fall. God forbid if we lost a teacher. God forbid if there was 26 kids in a classroom. God forbid if they didn't replace the laid off or the retired city workers. I went up to the tax office one day, and I was asking them a question, and they couldn't give me an answer. Every time I went in there, somebody was on break. 3 people. I said to the tax collector, I said, you got to lay somebody off here. She says, why? I said, because you guys are always on breaks. So if you lay one off, maybe we'll get 8 hours out of the other 2 of you.